I'm a 22-year-old female. My boyfriend always gets so angry at me. I know every argument will end in him shouting and dragging me around. He says really hurtful things to me. Some people that know how angry he gets sometimes say it's normal for couples to have this kind of arguments in relationships. Better run, sister. You never marry, all these things they happen. Now red flag, oh, don't tell me you don't see it. Maybe she doesn't. And some people might think that she's stupid for staying there or whatever. But the thing is, you don't know what you don't know. When she knows better, hopefully she'll use that information and help herself. But for now, I'm sure she just doesn't know what a normal relationship looks like. Hi guys, welcome back to True Tales and Thoughts. So today we're going to be reading some stories about people's relationship issues from the Instagram page joroolumofin. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe, like the video, and let's get right into it. Please keep me anonymous. Dear Joro, I'm a 22-year-old female. My boyfriend always gets so angry at me and starts shouting at me whenever we have issues. He starts throwing my phones and tells me to get out of his house till he's calm. Most times I'm not even fully dressed and I can't leave with the way I'm dressed, but he tells me not to touch anything and leave his house with whatever I am wearing. He says really hurtful things to me. He always says I'm stressing him physically, mentally, and emotionally. Currently, my phones are severely broken. I know every argument will end in him shouting and dragging me around. I don't cheat or talk to other guys, but he gets angry when he claims I'm disrespecting him or saying something to mock him. Is it normal for your partner to always raise their voice in a relationship? Some people that know how angry he gets sometimes say it's normal for couples to have this kind of arguments in relationships, but it bothers me. These days, I'm even scared to talk. My dear, of course you'll be scared to talk. It's only normal that you'll be scared to talk. This is absolutely abnormal. I don't know who is telling her that this is normal, but it's absolutely abnormal. I believe that when you're in a relationship, there should at all times be a level of respect. Even if you're having an argument, I think that you can keep your voice at a healthy volume and have an argument. And second of all, we are adults. Normal adults should have control of their emotions. The fact that you're angry does not mean you should start acting like an animal. It's a bit scary to hear how she's describing this guy and how out of control he is of his own emotions. I feel like he needs therapy. He has anger issues. It's true that some people say things like, oh, when I get into arguments with my partner, I raise my voice, I insult him, I do this, I do that. For me, that is not normal. Maybe it's because I did not grow up seeing that. And she clearly, I don't even know if she had parents who were together, because I'm sure that if she had parents with a healthy relationship, she would know that that is not normal. But she's asking now because she's clearly not had people to look up to see if that is normal or not. For me, when I see that kind of behavior, it's very shocking to me, and it sends off bells in my head like this is abnormality. I believe that an argument should be like a conversation. It could be a bit more heated than a conversation, but no insults. Just argue about what you're arguing. I remember my mom always telling me, when you're arguing with your sibling, argue about what you're arguing about. Don't go into insults. Just talk about exactly what you're talking about. And that's how I grew up. So I don't see this as normal at all. I think that as adults, we're supposed to have control. We are able to have control. That's what makes us different from animals. The difference between a human being and an animal is that control that you have over yourself. You don't just act irrationally. You need to have control of your emotions. And this guy clearly does not have it. I am very scared for this kind of situations because someone with anger issues can end up doing something irrational in the heat of the moment. Very soon you'll hear that in the heat of the moment, he just pushed her to the wall and she just never woke up. It's very dangerous to be in relationship with people like this. So if this was my sister, honestly, I would tell her this guy needs help that you cannot give him. So the best thing you can do for yourself is to pack your things and walk out of this relationship. The people around her are clearly giving her bad advice because maybe they don't know better, or maybe they just want to see her suffer. But in my opinion, she needs to leave this guy. This guy needs help that she can never give him. He needs help of a therapist. Let's go to the comment section. This one said, they will beat you one day. Carry yourself and run away from that relationship. She already said that he drags her around. It's slowly escalating from shouting to saying hurtful things to her, to dragging her around, to slapping her, to stomping on her, to beating her, to pushing her to the wall. It will just keep going until the day that she goes 6 feet under. Then that's the end of the story. Her life is gone. She's so young. I'm sure she doesn't know any better. That's why she's asking, right? This one said, it's not normal. He is violent. Flee. Another person said, what are you doing at the age of 22 staying with a man who is emotionally and physically abusing you? You're supposed to be back in school. Run and never look back. This one said, no more words. You better get out of that relationship at the instant because you'll become a social media story tomorrow. Please, I'm tired of reading justice for this and that. Oh, my hashtag no they work against self. This one said, you self, stay in your house and buy your things. You people will see all shades of flags of colors and still stay in the relationships, mostly because of financial reasons. Learn how to respect yourself and develop your self-esteem. And this is the kind of situation where you see a young girl who was very vibrant, very happy, who loved to live life, who was a breath of fresh air, get into this kind of relationships. And after all the torture that she goes through, she comes back looking like a shadow of herself. What her eyes have seen, the shaking that her eyes will see in the relationship, she'll come out looking like a shadow of herself. This girl needs to get out like yesterday. And he also verbally abuses her. Do you know what that can do to your self-esteem? Do you know what that can do to your self-esteem? He insults her and says hurtful things to her. And one thing I even ask myself sometimes, people that get into this kind of arguments, right? How do you come back from that? Because I believe that there's some things that you will tell me and I can forgive you. Honestly, it's happened to me before. There's some things that some people have told me. I've forgiven them. I don't hold a grudge against them, but I will never forget. I will never. It's engraved in my mind, and sometimes I actually sit and think of it for no reason. Do you understand? So I don't understand how in a relationship, you're supposed to be with someone in a relationship and they'll say some kind of hurtful things to you. How do you come back from that? How do you imagine that it's your husband, right? How do you come back from that and start having intimacy with a person? How do you come back from that? It will be very hard. I don't know if it's just me. You guys, let me know in the comment section. Is it just me? But there's some things that you tell me that I will not be able. I'll probably just, if I'm in a relationship, I'll probably just need to break up with you because I will never be able to remove that from my head. It's not like it's deliberate, but it's stuck there. I will just keep going back to having flashbacks of the time when you told me this thing, and I will just not be able to recover. You guys, let me know if I'm the only one. I don't know if I'm the only one. Maybe it's just me, but that's how I am. This one said, you better run, sister. You never marry. All these things, they happen. Now, red flag, oh, don't tell me you don't see it. Maybe she doesn't. And some people might think that she's stupid for staying there or whatever. But the thing is, you don't know what you don't know. When she knows better, hopefully she'll use that information and help herself. But for now, I'm sure she just doesn't know what a normal relationship looks like. That's why she's coming out to ask. At least she's asking. Another person said, auntie, carry yourself and leave that relationship. Because me, I won't follow and post justice for anybody. Most of you are just dumb. You did not come to this life to do relationship. Even God didn't say you must suffer in this thing called relationship. For me, she's not dumb. Just as I was saying, right? She doesn't know any better. Some people grew up in situations that are different, right? Maybe she did not have any role models, anybody to look up to know what a normal relationship should be like. So I don't really appreciate when people say, oh, you're so dumb, you're so stupid. No. So people just don't know, and they just need to be advised in a loving way. That's all. So these people saying she's dumb, okay. This one said, the sad truth is that many of our women asking her to leave are going through the same ish in their relationships, but they don't want to leave because of financial benefits. Make una they try date for love and future security, I beg. This one said, you're scared to talk in your relationship, then that's not where you should be. The choices we make in life will either make or break us. Yeah, at the end of the day, she'll need to make her decision. This one said, 22 years old. Go home, I beg. They love you at home. Maybe she doesn't have a home. We don't even know her situation. This one said, it might not be easy for you to leave this relationship, but if you do, I can tell you it will be one of the best decisions you ever make in your life. There's more to life than relationships, especially those ones that lead you nowhere. Talking from experience, please get a life worthy of another person that is not toxic. Please don't waste your life. Yeah, these are the kind of loving comments I feel like this person should be looking at. I feel like if you see somebody in an abusive situation and you say they are dumb, it means you're very insensitive. Because it's a way that abuse alters your brain, right? You begin to, it's like you give up, you just give up and you become as though you're dumb. But it's just the way that you've been programmed. Abuse reprograms your brain. Yeah, I think that's what I meant to say. Abuse reprograms your brain in a way that is just unbelievable. So I think that most of the time when people are giving comments to this kind of people, they need to be a bit more sensitive and empathetic. This one said, oh, that's an abusive relationship. It's very toxic. Soon he will start beating you. For your mental health, please leave. He's already dragging her. Yeah, that's true. This one said, verbal abuse is still abuse. He's dragging you around, shouting at you and saying hurtful things to kill your self-esteem because he's insecure and doesn't even like himself. He probably even hates you. Leave him. It's really not worth it. Single life is better than this stupid relationship. And the worst one is, she said, when she says something that he feels she's saying to mock him. Is that an insecure person? That's already a big sign of insecurity. He's not even sure of himself. So I'm sure that any single thing that she says, he will just interpret it in his own way and take offense. Of course, she's going to feel like she's walking on eggshells. She cannot even speak in her relationship. So what is she even doing there? This one said, Auntie, leave before you get turned into human punching bag. One day it's raising his voice at you. Another day he'll be raising his hands to hit you. The fact that you're scared to talk in order to avoid conflict says it all. You can't keep walking on eggshells around him. Leave him and rest. This one said, please, I know that even as you have typed this beautiful nonsense, you know in your heart that is abnormal. Flee, dear. You are too young to face such emotional violence. Be wise. Know your worth. Please, Jesus. The last comment says, please, run very fast and don't look back. Today your phones are severely broken. Tomorrow it could be your bones. Please, run. Guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. If you've been in this kind of toxic relationship, let us know how you're able to pick yourself up and leave. If you have any advice for people who might be in this kind of situations, drop it in the comment section below. I really empathize with people like this because I feel like they might look dumb. Like to other people might be, how can you be so stupid? How can you be so dumb? But we're all adults, yeah? 22-year-old is an adult, right? But abuse diminishes you to the point where it's almost like you cannot really think for yourself. You just let go and give up. Do you understand? So anyway, if you guys have ever been in this kind of situations, let me know in the comment section below. So guys, so finally come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Bye.